Hello everybody and welcome back to the Wheels on Wheels YouTube channel, and welcome back to part 2 of prepping our £380 Ford Transit Connect camper conversion for an epic road trip to Spain. In today's episode we're going to be looking at arguably the most important part of any camper van, which is the sleeping arrangement. If you remember, in our previous trip we sort of jerry-rigged a solution with an air mattress, which is what my partner slept on, and some pillows laid on top of each other, which is what I slept on over here. If I've got a clip of that, I'll insert a clip of that now. So the bed situation is an air mattress from Argos. It is an AliExpress bed mattress topper thing that's reasonably thick, goes over the top. This is the bit I'll be sleeping on. These are just old sofa cushions. Yeah, it wasn't particularly comfortable. Do you know what, actually it wasn't too bad for what it was, but it didn't really fit properly, and yeah, it wasn't great. So what we need is some sort of custom mattress solution. And just off camera, I have just the solution, hopefully. Let's go and take a look. In these packages here, we have custom mattresses that are designed specifically to my specification. Now, I haven't seen these, so you're going to be finding out how good these are when I find out. Got a little hole ripped in this one. That was me, that wasn't how it came. So let's have a look at the mattress. Wow, look at that. That's really, really good. I love how it folds so easily as well. That is brilliant. So it looks as though this one is for the pull-out section of the bed. So if I just pull it out. Wow, look at that. That is seriously impressive. So there's quite a lot of thickness to that. It is quite firm, which is probably what you want from a camper van bed. You don't need something too soft, I suppose. That is absolutely brilliant. That is very professional. So I got these from eBay. I've really splashed the cash on these because these were actually very, very expensive. For the pair, it was something like 180 quid, which I suppose if you compare it to a normal mattress for the house, actually, that's not too bad considering it's custom made to size. But yeah, that is an absolute game changer. Now, there was a lot of different solutions that I thought of. You can obviously get foam that you can cut yourself, and then you can cover it with whatever material you want. So I may be fairly comfortable with doing mechanical stuff and sort of maybe a bit of woodwork and siliconing things. I can do all of that. But when it comes to sewing and fabric and things like that, that's not really my forte. It was really a good idea for me to buy this custom made online. So this was from eBay. I'll put a link down in the description if you guys are interested and you want to take a look. Not sponsored or anything like that, of course, just I'm very impressed so far. I think they're very, very good. So let's open the second one and let's set it up. Okay, so this is definitely the slightly wider one, which should go on the right hand side. I love how it's got a zip so you can remove the cover to wash it. It's just so handy. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. That is absolutely fantastic. And the brilliant thing about having it split in two is that you can make it into a sofa. So if I push this in and you use that as a backrest, and then you've got somewhat of a sofa. How good is that? That is so cool. Right, I want to get this set up as an actual bed, so I want to go and get some sheets and some pillows and stuff like that, so bear with me, I'll go get that. I've decided I'm not going to bother putting any sheets on because it's a bit long-winded, but just for the effect, I'll put the duvet cover on and some cushions, some pillows, sorry. I mean, I'm absolutely rubbish at making beds, but how cozy does that look? So cute. Love that. That is brilliant. Right, I'm probably going to get in trouble for this because this is nice, fresh, white bedding. But oh well. Oh, that is so good. That is really nice. I could fall asleep right here, right now. I really genuinely could. This is definitely worth the money I paid. Like I say, I think it was about 170, 180 for the pair, which again sounds a lot for quite small mattresses, but oh, it's really worth it. It really is the most important part of any camper van.
20 minutes later.
And to make it look even nicer, I have actually got some cushions. There we go. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look really, really cozy. Maybe white bedding is not the right thing for a camper van, but aesthetically wise, it looks really, really nice. Right, I'm going to put all this back and put it back in sofa mode for now. Right, that's it back in sofa mode. Come on in, out the cold, and we'll have a chat about the actual trip to Spain. This is nice. This is really, really nice. It's really coming together now. I'm so pleased we've got this. This is so comfortable. Probably take my jacket off now. We've even got coat hooks over here. There we go. So I wanted to tell you guys about our plans for the Spanish trip, but the truth is, there are no real plans set in stone. I've got some ideas, but in reality, we don't really know where exactly we're going or even what route we're taking to get there. I'm thinking the Costa Brava might be a good idea because it's quite easy to get to and it's quite accommodating for camper vans and stuff as far as I can tell. So I'm thinking that might be a good idea, but I'm not sure what route we're going to take to get there. There's the Eurotunnel and then just drive all the way through France. There's the ferry to France and drive through France. But there's another option, which is getting a ferry from Portsmouth all the way to Santander, skipping France out altogether and driving from Santander to wherever we're ending up going in Spain. That sounds like a really good idea, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it really. So I'm looking for your guidance, guys. If any of you have ever been on a road trip to Spain or know anything about the ferry trip from Portsmouth to Santander, let me know, because I could really do with a bit of advice on what the best thing to do is. I was looking forward to the drive through France, but also a ferry trip might be quite cool as well. Adds to the experience. I've never done a really long ferry trip with a vehicle before, so that's a new experience for me. I'd like to try. Might be worth it. Not sure. So let me know, guys, what you think to that. And what places would you recommend in Spain as well for a camper van? I don't know really anything about Spain. I've only been once, maybe twice, when I was very, very young to Ibiza, so I don't remember anything about it. I've never really travelled Spain, and I would really appreciate your guys' guidance if you have any on where the best place to visit Spain is in a van. I'm thinking northern Spain might be the best place to go because that's something that benefits from having a vehicle, being able to travel the mountains and things like that. So I'm thinking northern Spain, but any other suggestions, please let me know, because yeah, I don't know anything about Spain other than it's warmer and rains less than the UK, and they speak Spanish, of course. That's pretty much all I know. Oh, and they like paella and churros. Okay, maybe I know a bit more about Spain than I think. But anyway, I'm rambling now. What do you guys think to the mattresses then? These come from eBay, as I say. They're not particularly cheap, but they are really, really good. This is not sponsored, as I said earlier, or anything like that, but I'm just really impressed with them. The quality is great. They came so fast for something that's custom made. Honestly, I was really, really impressed. They came within a few days. They come in a variety of different colors, so you can pick your color, obviously tell them exactly what size you need, and they make them to order. Really, really impressed. So I'll put a link down in the description for these. If you have a camper van and you need any mattresses, these will be absolutely brilliant for our purposes, and they are sort of like a memory foam, so I imagine lying on them will be really comfortable over time. It's kind of getting used to the impression of my bum at the minute, which is a bit strange. Yeah, maybe they're better as beds rather than sofas, but you know, it does the job. Couldn't be happier with them. I really, really couldn't. They are absolutely brilliant. And I love that they fold, because the fact they fold, I can put them up there. I don't know if you can see in this cubby up here. They should be able to squeeze into that cubby up there, or I can put them on the roof once I eventually get a roof box. So there is a few more things that needs doing to this van before we can actually go on a long trip. The leisure battery, you might have seen off camera, I've got on charge and it is completely dead. I actually bought it used from Facebook Marketplace a while back and it is rubbish. It shouldn't have been sold. It needed to go to scrap, to be honest. So I'm really disappointed with that. I'm just going to have to invest in a brand new leisure battery, so that'll be for a video in the future. And another more devastating problem we've got is I was moving some furniture for my sister using the van recently, and on the way back it developed an absolutely savage misfire, which I'm going to have to address in the next video. I'm hoping that it's just spark plugs or coils or leads or something simple, but it really, really smelt very bad. The exhaust and the smell that was coming out the engine bay was like a burning. I tried Googling this and I'm not sure what it means. Like a candle that's been put out, or like the smell of paraffin. It was a really strange burning smell, so I'm not sure what that's about. I'm hoping it's just, as I say, just a savage misfire caused by a bad spark plug or something like that. So we'll find out in the next episode, I suppose. So I think this video is coming out after Christmas, but before New Year's. So I hope you've had a lovely Christmas, everyone, and hope you have a great New Year's. Thank you so much for all your support this year of the Wheels on Wheels channel and all our projects. It really, really, genuinely means a lot to me. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye for now.